Mr. Class says, hey, coach, how can I trust God better? I'm not sure if God has the best wife for me. I know people that are single for a long time. 5 years ago, I came to faith and living as a single man since. Great question. Let's break that question down. Hey, coach, how can I trust God for better? Most people trust towards God begins to wane because they think that God is the same as people. Because other people have proven themselves untrustworthy, we kind of put that on God as well. Or so many of us, we put the onus ultimately on God on why things haven't happened. But it shouldn't be that we don't trust God. It should be that we don't really see how untrustworthy we are. So sometimes we'll get mad at God and be like, well, why hasn't God brought this one? Or because God hasn't brought someone in the assumed timetable that he would, then we'll put it all on him. And we'll be like, well, God ain't faithful, or maybe I need to go make it happen on my own. Maybe God doesn't have what's best for me. Maybe God ain't thinking about me. No, it could be that God has thought a lot about you and has seen that there are some areas that he sees that's untrustworthy in you. So he's not going to bring someone to you that your lack of trust will cause to rust. Right? So, hey, coach, how can I trust God better? You have to understand that God has what's best for you. It ain't about what's better. It's about what's best. Because sometimes you be looking for better, and better can still be better for worse. Right? It may be a little bit better, but it ain't God's best. So now you have to change the way you see God. What caused you to see God this way? What caused you to have doubt in God this way? What access points have the enemy have gained access into your life to make you disbelieve that God has that God has the best for you? The enemy wants you to believe that God's delay is because he's busy doing something for someone else, that he is not invested in your life. Or the enemy wants to make you believe that God is going to give you just anything and that will do. No, God is a designer. God knows exactly what you like. I told this in many testimonies in my videos that when I was a young man, I had natural attractions to women that were models. To the point to where I got picked on, where I was like, I'm going to marry a model one day. People laughed because I was just Josh. You know what I'm saying? I was just Josh. And how can you say that you're going to have this? And I was like, why am I just naturally attracted to Fancy from the Jamie Foxx show, right? And for years, I had the same thoughts as you that caused me to settle in certain places. Because I was like, man, those what people said about my beliefs, like the brothers against Joseph, it's got me doubting my divine inclinations. What if I believed those people? What if I allowed my insecurities to be believable? I wouldn't have married my wife, who is the exact look-alike of something that God already showed me that will be the one I would end up marrying, or the type of woman I would marry. So now, after receiving God's best, I trust God for the best of the rest. Because I know that God has exactly what I like and what I want for me. So when you understand if God can do that for me, and we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of our testimonies, allow the testimony in my life to let you know, if God can do it for Josh, God can do it for me. But you got to make sure that you're useful to God. You got to make sure that you're in alignment with God's will for your life. You got to make sure that you're growing in understanding of him so that you'll be able to recognize what's for you. So how can I trust God better? Track his track record. If you want to trust God better, track his track record. He has proven to you over and over again that he loves you, that he has what's best for you. Now, it says, I'm not sure. There you go. Anytime you say, I'm not sure, you got to find sureness. I'm not sure if God has the best wife for me. Why? On a sheet of paper right now, for you, Mr. Class, or anyone else is in this class right now, I want you to write down why don't you believe that, and write down the reasons why. Whatever that reason is, it could be different reasons. You saw, like you about to share with me in a minute, but whatever those reasons, write it down and ask yourself, why do I believe this? Because when you begin to examine that, give me one second to put my charger on. When you begin to examine that, you will expose the lie, and you will expose the one that shared the lie, which is demons or other people's opinions. Now, he said, I know, here we go. Here's your reasons why. Now, I'm about to debunk this for you. He says, I know people that are single for a long time. 5 years ago, I came to faith and living as a single man since. Okay, so the first lie that probably made you believe this is what you have seen. Now, have you seen everything that could be seen in the people that you saw? Have you seen everything that could be seen in the people that you saw? Have you seen everything that can? Do you know everything that could be known with the people that you know? People are single for a reason. And I don't care how they look on the outside. I don't care how they portray themselves. Some people got some dark, deep reasons on why they're single. And the enemy is robbing them through that. Most single people are not developing themselves. Most single people are not attractive enough to the person they want to be with. We're not talking about physical, we're talking about holistically. There are certain, God's best is looking for God's best. And if you're below the best won't come pursue you. You have to look maritable. You have to look marriage ready. You have to carry yourself a certain kind of way. People are single for a reason. People are out of place. People are out of alignment. People are fulfilling their own assignments. And just because they are single, if you don't know what all could be known, or you can't see all that can be seen, you shouldn't take that as a reason why you don't believe that God has what's best for you. Some people, they're just bad people. They just have bad traits that makes them unattractive. And now you got to ask them, what in me could be the contributing reasons of why I'm single? He says, 5 years ago, I came to the faith and living as a single man since. Good. Be single. Change your singleness from a place of waiting to a place of working. So this is what I want you to do, my friend. I want you to first debunk these misbeliefs by better understanding who God is in his character. And then I want you to do a deep dive study of you. Why do you believe what you believe in this area? Are you doing what you need to do in the different areas of your life to put you in the proximity to be able to be attractive enough to the one that God has for you? And then I want you to write down all the things you want in a spouse, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, relationally, professionally, financially. I want you to write down every one of those things up under each of those categories. And then on the other side of that, I want you to write down whether you match it or not. Put a check if you match it, put an X if you don't match it. And whatever areas you have an X in, that is the reason why you're single. Because you're not able to match that. You can't catch that if you don't match that. All right? So now when you do the activity, you don't allow the enemy to then say, oh, you suck. No. Rejoice that you are aware. Rejoice that you can see what you couldn't have seen. And then ask the Holy Spirit to equip you and to help you work in those particular areas that will give you the highest probability of meeting the person of your dreams. Hope that helped. Thank you so much for watching my video. I pray that it was a blessing to you. If this video resonated with you, make sure you check out the links in my description box below. Links to my books, card games, coaching programs, as well as my school community. And also make sure you like, share, and comment on this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I look forward to serving you on the next video. I love you all. Catch you in the next one. Peace.